So let's start by designing a title or name for our lead magnet. I call the title the hook of the lead magnet. I know it's a lot of terminology, but don't worry, it will all make sense to you by the end of the course. So, first of all, don't be afraid to be bold in your title. Create a big promise. I see a lot of businesses being very cautious and very afraid of the word best, top, or something like this. Don't be afraid. In this world where people are exposed to so much advertising, so much information, they see all kind of claims all the time, and it turns them into natural cynics. The majority of the people are very cynical to what is presented to them online, what's advertised to them. So, in a way, to break through this whole noise of promises, you must be bold. You must not be cautious. I think when people talk about big brands, they often know that big brands are making very fake promises, and a lot of smaller companies can do the same job for cheaper, and it will be exactly the same. Like the example of Chanel white t shirt and any other white t shirt. But if you want to be considered on a level with the big companies, if you want to be considered as a serious business, you must be bold. You must not be afraid to talk that you're the best. And it also attracts curiosity. When people see something that sounds almost unbelievable, they would be naturally very curious. Even though they're cynical, it breaks their shell and they would be willing to find out, even to find out that it's not very good, it's not as good as they say it was. But what was important is that they click on it, they download it, they read through it, and maybe they get interested and get introduced to your product, which is your goal eventually. Then focus on one thing only. Just be very precise in your title and focus just on one thing, because otherwise it becomes vague and people get confused. When you are creating your title, you must be talking about one specific, very precise problem that you are solving, and you must be very clear about it. Otherwise, you could just create confusion, and people would not be interested in your information. Make it very practical. This is quite self-explanatory, but still a lot of people forget about it. You must create something which can be implemented immediately. People have instant gratification. You hear a lot of talk about the instant gratification which the internet has created in people's minds. So don't be afraid to talk about something very practical. It doesn't have to be some complicated concept. It must be something easy that people can do straight away, and it will create some kind of positive change in their lives. It also gives them competitive advantage. So think of these titles when on internet where businesses are claiming that 99% of digital marketing managers didn't know about this, and the industry changed because of this secret, or this mom found out the diet secret which pharmaceutical companies didn't know about, or something like this. It creates, again, curiosity, and everybody wants to be a step ahead of their competitors. So, this is why they would be interested in this information. And of course, address a common pain in the marketplace. If you are in a particular marketplace, you probably know what people are struggling with most. And you must be thinking about this when designing your paid products firstly. But if you don't know, if you're just starting out, don't be afraid. There are so many ways that you can find out what people want in your market. You can create internet polls on Facebook or other medias. You can also ask people, just ask on the street or near your business if you have a physical location. Just maybe research your competitors, what they're focusing on. Do they offer something for free? What is this freebie solving? So you can find out very easily. And this is how you design the title or the hook of your lead magnet.